Tone. Welcome back to the Better Odds. We had a little break. And before you say anything, notice I changed your name there.
I see that.
TonyCSports.com, forever to be known.
Yeah.
Hereforth.
It's my new name. All right. I'll take it.
So anyway, what is it? It's August 19th.
It is.
It's a Tuesday, August 19th. And Tony had mentioned, if you don't remember, Tuesdays and Fridays we're going to do this, get it out about 6 o'clock Eastern time. And, with that said, Tone, what's new? What do you got?
I started last night. Everybody knows who Library is, I'm assuming. If not, it's that man. He's that man of the Library. I've been following the initial leg of his travels. I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. Like he spun the globe, so to speak. He ends up in Mississippi, and he's got $120.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll watch this. I'll watch. And I think it's, everybody's got their opinion of everyone. And, what he's done. I've done a lot worse, 1,000 times worse when I was his age. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Give him a follow. I think it's definitely worth you to, check it out. He's interesting. He's really sharp. He's a smart guy, really smart. And I think the positivities that he's looking to bring to this industry is refreshing, put it that way. So give him a follow. He's at Man of the Library. I think everybody knows that. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea. All right, I want to break down one of these college games on Saturday, Joe.
You know what? Can I just tell you real quick?
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. Now we're talking about college football. It's 40 some years I've had this feeling when it gets this time of year. I still get nervous for back to school. I'm 50 years old. I still get nervous for back to school. I went outside to do my cold plunge this morning, and it was a little brisk, and I'm like, smelled like elementary school. I didn't like it.
A similar experience. For years, I always had a funny feeling about school, not my thing. But, Sunday was early, you get up. Well, you got Sunday. And then after the second game, it's like, shit, what time is it? The late game, like, oh, no, I got to go back to school tomorrow. It's Monday. Friday's bad enough. Well, Friday, you're over the week. You're at the end of the week. You're ready for the weekend. But I know exactly the feeling you're describing. It's funny, and it went on for years.
Oh yeah, like it's still going on. We were down the shore this weekend, and I'm leaving Long Beach Island, and I'm like the reality hits you for Monday. Like you have to go back to work. I mean, you're working every day, all weekend, and everything. But just the same, it's just a weird thing. I can't believe we're already at this time. As we get older, it's just going to actually happen faster and faster and faster. It's going to be like 3 months. We're talking about 2026 season. It's fine.
It's true. Yeah, it goes quick. Enjoy it, youngsters. Enjoy it. It goes quicker than you think it does. All right.
So you got Kansas State, Iowa State. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I looked at this game. It opened 3.5. Kansas State opened 3.5. It's in Ireland. Now, if this was in Manhattan, Kansas, they'd be -5, -6-point favorite, which I think might be a little high, and I'll tell you why. I looked at both these teams. There's some strengths and weaknesses. I think both teams, their strengths are quarterbacks. Let me just scroll down. I got some notes that I put up here with the different stats and whatnot. Just give me a second. Let me get to where I need to be. If I ever get it there, I will. All right. So just bear with me 1 second. All right. So Kansas State at -3. Quarterbacks are very similar in this regard. Iowa State with Beck had a great year in 2024. I believe he's a red shirt senior, if I'm not mistaken. 3,500 yards, 59.4% completion, 25 TDs and 9 picks. Those are really solid numbers. For Kansas State, Avery Johnson, 2,700 yards, 58.3. and 25 TDs and 10 picks. Also really good numbers. I think Kansas State has the better offensive line. I think their problem is in the secondary. I think they're very weak in the secondary. They lost a couple of key starters to the NFL draft. Running backs, they lost Giddens and Ward to the NFL. I don't think they have a clear wide receiver as far as a go-to wide receiver. I don't see it. For Iowa State, talked about Beck. The front seven, very physical up front. Offensive line, speaking of offensive line. Uh, Tight end room, really good. Probably the best in the Big 12, arguably. Their weakness is their offensive line. So the game comes down to, can they protect Beck long enough? They're not a vertical team per se. Real good tight ends. Can they protect him long enough in the pocket that he can make a play? If they give him time, he'll chew his secondary up and spit them out. That's the conundrum that's faced here.
Yeah.
You know what? It opened 3.5, went down to 3. Gun to my head, it's not a big bet. I'm going to bet Iowa State plus the 3. I looked at the total, opened 49 up to 50 now. I'm surprised when you see something like that, goes from 49 through 40, 49.5 through 49.5. Now this is all over money at this point. When 50 is a meaningless number. I looked at the first half. I'll pull it up real quick and tell you what I see there. So the key numbers in college football, first half numbers are 21 and 24. So I'm seeing a lot of 24s. FanDuel, it wants to charge you an extra 14 cents for 25.5. It's an irrelevant number, and it's just there to take money out of your pocket. There's no edge to going under 25.5. It's meaningless. 24.5 flat minus $1.10, yes. 24 plus money, yes. But 25.5 under 24 is a no go for me. With that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet Iowa State plus 3, minus 10. And then I'm going to be doing a live show probably at the halftime of these early games to start off with week 0, whatever they want to call it. It's fucking first week. Can't stand some of these things that they want to shove down your throat. Week 0, whatever. I'm going to do a live. Joe and I will do a live, real brief. When the games go to half, I'll give you thoughts on the second half total, second half side, if there's anything there.
We're going to shoot for like 3:30, something like that on Saturday.
Yeah, this will be even early. This will probably be, we could do this live either on video or we could do a Spaces. I'll run a Spaces on Twitter, which you all know it's just audio. I'm not going to get a different phone and all that stuff. And then I'll give you my opinion on the second half. And we'll do that throughout the season. And well, you new guys, I've been where you are. It's been a long time, but I've been there. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to help you win money. That's all. I'm not getting rich here. I want to be paid a few dollars for my time. That's all. No big deal. And the stuff, the second half stuff, I'm just going to do for everybody. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. Just trying to help some guys out, head them in the right direction. We'll talk about price and how important it is to winning. It's the most important.
Well, I mean, there's 2 things too here as well, Tone. TonyCSports.com. You got your new site up. You can get all Tony's picks via Discord very soon, via text message as well. Okay, that's great. There are people who want to kind of learn, understand, like, all right, well, why is, you just said, 25.5 is a bullshit number. It's irrelevant. They're just trying to get extracting their 14 cents out of you. Okay, fine. Well, to a lot of people, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
But what they don't realize, it means everything.
It's everything. It is everything. 25.5. It just makes no sense there. And I understand because I've been there. Everybody's at 24. When you start now, well, look, I could get 25.5 and I only got to lay a quarter. Believe me, you lay a quarter, especially now if it was 24.5 minus $1.15, I'd lay that. I'm not laying a quarter on anything. Not even, maybe in the NFL, I'll lay 20 cents to buy +3, or another half over if I'm looking at the dog +3.5. That's about it. You know, 110 is hard enough to beat.
Yeah, those pennies add up. I mean, when you're looking at 110, you're going to have to be. Let's just call it. I know this isn't the number, but if you're going to be profitable, you're going to be nearly 53%. And you go look, you can't even pick up straight up winners at 50%, better than 50%. So things get really hard and they get really tight in terms of margin. So when you're able to benefit from not only your picks, but your experience, if in fact you wanted to learn a little bit, that's kind of the idea. We'll be continuing to put up some, quote, evergreen sort of stuff that you can learn on the YouTube channel. So you got a couple of ways to get some of Tony's expertise.
Yeah, agreed. And you brought up a good point. When you talk about pennies and people like, what's the difference? 12 cents, 14 cents, it don't matter. If you extrapolate that over thousands of bets, and depending on what you're betting, what your size bets you're making, that stuff adds up. At the end of the year, you'll find out it matters a lot.
Yeah,
it matters a lot. It really does. It's very important. And we'll go into things like that: probability, pricing, market signaling, when you should bet, where you should bet, why you should bet there, what you should watch first, what you should watch overnight. I'll talk about all of it.
Hey, Tony, there was another good point here I wanted you to make. So we established that we're getting into college football. We're going to have some more shows and stuff and do all that stuff, the same sort of content. Now, TonyCSports.com, you can get access to all of your picks and plays via text soon and Discord. Now, your records. Why don't you talk about them? I know your MLB record is pretty freaking good this year, man. I think it's an understatement.
I got to pull up the spreadsheet. Yeah, it's real good. It's the best.
Pull up the sheet.
It's the best baseball season I've ever had. So at this point, I don't have last night's in here, but up until last night, side 75 and 54, it's 58%, plus 23.94, and totals 92 and 68, that's 57.5%. The sides minus average minus 104, totals minus 113. The best season I've ever had. And this is only a unit a game. I think I had 3 or 4 between WNBA and baseball, 3 or 4 unit and a half plays. They all won. This is, I know I'm not bragging. I've had seasons where I lost in baseball. Baseball is really hard to beat.
It is
really hard. It's a grind every day. WNBA 7 and 4 on the sides, 63.6, plus 2.5. Totals 22 and 9, 71%, plus 1188. It's just been really good. And will it stay like that? Impossible. You can't. Nobody's hitting 60% over a year. Can you hit it short term, a month, maybe 2 months? Sure. Can you hit it betting props? Absolutely. They're very easy to beat. Props are child's play for me. With that being said, I'd be thrown out of every account I have. I wouldn't have any accounts to bet in. Plus, they're only going to give me, $100 on a prop, $50 on a prop. It's not worth it for me. If it's worth it for you and you want them, hit me up in my DMs. I'll get them for you. It's no big deal. They're very, very easy to beat.
Perfect. So you can get that, Tony, at TonyCSports.com, at Tony C Sports on X, formerly known as Twitter. We got the Better Odds on YouTube, all that links and stuff below, because you're going to be watching this on Twitter or X or TikTok or Instagram. So I guess we'll look forward, Tone, some of the posts on our social media channels, and then come Saturday, we'll have times up and links in the the proper places to go live and check out the second half of college football.
Sounds good, my friend. It's been a pleasure. And guys, best of luck, and we'll see you soon again.
Great. TonyCSports.com. Thanks.